Hey guys, it's Ash, and welcome to my second live stream for the Night Witch. Today I'm gonna showcase a bunch of different decks with the Night Witch. I have around like 9 different decks that I want to share with you guys today using the Night Witch. I'm gonna do about 2 battles per deck. So let's start off with the first deck, this very overpowered Golem Night Witch beatdown deck. Let's start. We're gonna do 2 battles per deck, so here we go. And we're gonna be doing grand challenges. So we have Baby Dragon, Electro Wizard, Log, and Skeletons. No collector, so I'm gonna start off by splitting these skeletons. He's gonna play Mega Minion. Okay, I'm gonna play my Baby Dragon. I have the collector now, but I'm gonna wait and see what he does. He's gonna play Knight. Okay, is it safe to place my collector? Oh no! He has Expo. That's the worst thing that could happen to me right there when placing down my collector. Let's see. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to use my Electro Wizard and have it shock that Expo, redirect its target onto the Electro Wizard just to mitigate the damage somehow. I'm already in trouble getting that Expo target onto my tower. I think I'm going to lose that tower. But I'm going to try my best to make a comeback. I always believe in comebacks. Especially in these challenges. Right now I'm in an elixir lead thanks to my collector, so hopefully we can turn this battle around. I know he most likely has Inferno Tower. That's my main concern. I'm gonna try to use my Night Witch here. She's gonna summon those bats, and hopefully those bats can distract the Inferno Tower. I also have lightning, so I'm gonna lightning right here. I'm gonna get that Mega Minion, and I'm gonna get the Inferno Tower. So hopefully, yeah, there we go. The Inferno Tower is down. My Night Witch is still alive, so that's awesome because she's gonna help my Golemites. He's gonna use skeletons, however, but those bats right there, they're gonna do a lot of work with the Golemites distracting. In fact, they're gonna take down that tower, as you guys can see right there. So already made that comeback happen. I'm gonna place down my collector right here. I know he wants to place his Expo right here, but now we can easily counter his Expo. He's gonna go for my collector directly over there. I'm gonna use my Electro Wizard, and I'm gonna use some skeletons here. Hopefully that, no, he's gonna get my Electro Wizard. Okay, that's fine. Not too concerned because he's gonna have a hard time targeting my arena tower with his Expo. So let's see what he does. I'm gonna completely block his Expo with my Golem here. I'm gonna use the Night Witch right here. She's gonna summon those bats, of course, and we have enough elixir to also use our lightning. So we're gonna lightning right here. We're gonna get the Inferno. We're gonna get the Knight. There we go. Unfortunately, he's gonna place his Mega Minion behind my Night Witch to kill her. But that's fine. I'm going to place down my collector. He's going to place down his Expo. I'm going to place skeletons directly on it. Use my Electro Wizard. Not even give that Expo a chance to target my tower. So it still has some hit points left. We're not going to take any chances. We're going to take it down. And I guess I'll use my Night Witch to counter his Knight here. Okay. He's going to throw his Fireball, but he's not going to get my collector. Perfect. Now I have lots of elixir. It's double elixir time, of course. And hopefully I can take him down here. He's going to place down his Inferno right there, which is perfect for me because I have the Electro Wizard. But instead, I'm going to use my Lightning here on the Inferno. And, okay. We're going to reset. We're going to place down... Yeah, let's place down another Collector. He's going to place his Expo. We're going to place down Night Witch. Skeletons, quickly take it out. Night Witch has lots of DPS when assisted by her bats. So there goes his Expo. Now I have 2 collectors. Let's make another push happen here with this Golem. With 2 collectors, we should be able to get to his tower. This time, I'm going to save my Electro Wizard for his Infernal Tower. So here, he's going to place down his Inferno. Okay, he's going to throw his Fireball. Perfect. He's low on Elixir now. And here we go. Electro Wizard, Night Witch. Perfect. And here we go. We're going to Lightning very soon here. Lightning. And we'll just log. I don't think I needed the log there, but it's additional damage to his tower. We just need to weaken his tower so that we can then just finish it off with lightning if our Night Witch and Golemites don't take it down. So we're down to 409, which is perfect because now all I gotta do is use that lightning and log. So here we go. Lightning, log, and good game. So yeah, made that comeback happen. We lost one of our towers early because of a surprising expo placement when we place down our collector. But as you guys can see, lots of ways to beat Expo with this Golem deck. You just gotta, you know, rack up elixir with your collector and then overwhelm them during double elixir time with your Golem. You have Electro Wizard to reset Inferno. You have Lightning to reset Inferno. Lots of ways to counter Expos with this deck. We're gonna do one more battle with this deck, then we're gonna move on to another deck with the Night Witch. So let's keep going. Hey Nike, hey Reggie, what's up? Let's see, Electro Wizard, Night Witch, Golem, Log. Not a good starting hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for him to make the first move. He's going to place Princess down. I'm going to leak some Elixir and place my Log right here. Okay, he's going to place down his Giant with the Night Witch behind. Very intimidating. Another thing you could do with this deck is you can use Tornado instead of the Log. That's actually something I would preferably suggest, because everyone's running Night Witch, of course, and the Tornado is just such a great counter to the Night Witch. So took some damage right there. He's got Inferno Tower. Somehow he locked onto my Witch with that Inferno Tower. That's pretty risky, placing an Inferno Tower on the Night Witch, because if she keeps spawning those bats, it can distract the Inferno Tower very easily. But as you guys can see right there, Baby Dragon plus the bats, they did a lot of damage. He's gonna go rush in with his Giants again. We have that collector down this time. And let's see. Let's use that Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon doesn't deal that much DPS. She does splash. But it's going to be enough. We just need to counter push here. So there goes his Giant. And let's save our Night Witch. What we're going to do is now we're going to use this Golem right here behind. He just played his Mega Minion after making a push with his Giant and his Night Witch, so he's really low on Elixir now, so can really take advantage of this. Still 15 more seconds until double Elixir time, unfortunately. We need to stop his Inferno Tower, so we have the Lightning ready, so that's great. And you guys can see the bats distracting. Hopefully, okay, there we go. We've taken down his Inferno Tower. He's got a bunch of goblins. Do I want to use Log? No, I'm not going to use Log. Instead, as you guys can see, the Golemites took down the Goblin gang, so didn't need to use my Log there. I'm going to use my Electro Wizard, and here we go. Log the Princess over there. We're going to use the Baby Dragon. He's going to place down another Princess. Let's Lightning there, because the Witch can be very overwhelming if we don't like. We're going to lose this tower, but no, I knew that was going to happen, because that's almost impossible to stop right there. The Night Witch behind the Giant and all of that. It's better to just ignore and go for the counter push, because I have the collector. I have more elixir than him. So here we go. Giant. He has a pretty weird deck. He's using Giant with Inferno Tower. You don't really see that too often. Not many players use Giant with Inferno Tower, but it's not going to be very effective, as you guys can see right there. We now have another push coming up thanks to our Elixir Collector. We're going to Log here. We're going to take down all of these goblins and the Princess, and if he places down his Inferno, that would be excellent for me, because I have the Electro Wizard. I can reset it anytime. So right here, I'm going to use the Electro Wizard, reset the Inferno, boom, game over. There we go. Lightning, good game. Impossible to stop right there. You have Golem, we have Night Witch backed up by Electro Wizard, Baby Dragon. It's impossible to stop. Okay, so that's the overpowered Golem Night Witch beatdown deck. I used this deck right after I got the Night Witch, if you guys saw that stream, and I used this deck immediately, and on my first attempt got 12 wins on the Grand Challenge with it. Also, like I said before, you can use Tornado instead of the Log. Where's the Tornado? Right here. You can use the Tornado instead of the Log. I suggest start using the Tornado, especially with Baby Dragon, the Splash, Tornado. It's a very good combination for stopping Night Witches. Next deck I want to share is this Giant Night Witch Graveyard deck. Also a very powerful deck. This deck actually has advantage against the Golem deck, because if they place down, let's say, their Collector, you can instantly pressure with Giant Graveyard on their Collector. If they place down Golem, quickly opposite lane pressure with your Giant and Graveyard and Night Witch. It's just very difficult to stop. So let's do 2 battles with this deck now. Okay, against Rogi here, good luck. We have Graveyard, Giant, Poison, and Minions. I'm going to start off with my Minions right here at the back, split them apart so that they can protect both lanes. He's going to start off with Knight. Okay, let's go with Giant here at the back. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't place my Giant at the back because what if he has Expo, right? Okay, he's going to use Graveyard. We're going to use Poison to counter the Graveyard. And we're going to use the Night Witch right here to take down his Knight and his Electro Witch. He also placed down his Poison, but it's too late. That Poison wasn't a very good value Poison. I'm going to add in this Baby Dragon. I know my Giant is dead. Right, I should have seen that coming. Of course, he's using a Splashyard deck. A very powerful deck right now in the meta right now. The Splashyard Graveyard deck is, in my opinion, perhaps the best deck that you could use to counter most Night Witch decks. I've gotten so many 12 wins recently with the Splashyard Night Witch deck. But I don't think he's using Night Witch with that deck. I'm going to show you guys that deck later on. Let's go with Giant at the back. Let's go for the right lane because our tower at the left is weak. He's got, okay, no, he is using Night Witch, so he's using that deck. Usually how I counter the Night Witch is, what I do is I use Graveyard, but I'm not able to use Graveyard here. I like using Graveyard. Can't use it. I have to Poison here. Okay. And we'll just use the Baby Dragon to counter the rest. We're not going to let that Electro Wizard get to our side because I don't want that Electro Wizard to distract my Arena Tower. No! The Graveyard's dealing so much damage. It's such a lethal deck. Yeah, we're not looking very good here. But on the bright side, it is double Elixir time, and this is where I can possibly take advantage. Alright, here we go. Night Witch and Graveyard. He's going to use Poison to counter. Okay. We're going to have to use Minions on the Knight. Unfortunately, we weren't able to play our Poison on his Electro Wizard on time, so we didn't get much value out of that. 30 seconds left. Electro Wizard. Okay. Let's go with this, and let's do this. 19 seconds left. Yeah, I can't save that tower. If I save that tower, I'm not going to be able to get one of his towers, so most likely I've lost this because there's obviously not much time left now to make a comeback. Yeah, no time. But yeah, almost had it right there. As you guys can see, I got the Poison on the Electro Wizard and I got my Night Witch targeting his tower. Just not enough time to make that comeback happen. Had a bad start. But let's do another battle with this deck. This deck is very good. It's just that the deck my opponent was using is just very good. It's just really good against Night Witch decks. I'm going to show you guys that deck later on. Alright, so here we go. Start off with the Minions again. He's going to start off with his Night Witch. Okay, we're going to go with our Knight. And unfortunately, don't have the Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon plus the Tornado. It's an excellent way to deal with the Night Witch. Unfortunately, just don't have it. He's using a very similar deck to us. We're going to have to use the Poison here. And we're going to use Tornado. Boom. Put them all inside my Poison radius so my Poison can finish off the rest of his troops. As you guys can see right there. Okay, he's got Goblin Gang. We're going to need to... Actually, no, I didn't need to use my Minions there because I forgot the Bats. The Bats are going to kill the Goblins, of course. Okay, so opponent's using a very similar deck to us. But the thing is, he doesn't have Splash, he doesn't have Baby Dragon Tornado or Executioner Tornado. Some of the best combinations to deal with the Night Witch. So let's take advantage of his weakness. He doesn't have very good answers to the Night Witch. Here we go, Baby Dragon. And Let's tornado them right here so our baby dragon can splash on all of these units. There we go. And come on, come on. Night Witch, take him out. He does have a baby dragon, but I don't think he has tornado. 8 seconds until double elixir time. Okay, here we go. Giant. He's gonna zap the minions. Horrible play in my opinion. And here we go. Poison that, and that should do it. Nice. He placed down his Night Witch on the graveyard poison. So he's gonna lose the Night Witch and he's gonna lose the bats because I have the poison there. And there we go. Lots of tower damage. Awesome. We're gonna use Electro Wizard. We're gonna use that, and then we're gonna use Baby Dragon. He's gonna use Graveyard. Okay, we're gonna use Tornado. Pull them all towards the splash damage. Ugh. Graveyard dealing so much damage right there. The skeleton survived somehow over there. But he has 3 hit points. What should I do? Okay, yeah. Let's just pressure. Let's just defend actually right here. Because we have poison. I shouldn't have dropped my giant there. Okay, he's gonna use Graveyard. And we just got a poison. I shouldn't have poison there. I should have just finished him off because I just realized that there's only about... It's overtime. Sudden death. Misplay on my part. But stuff like that happens when you're commentating and live streaming. Okay, so that was the giant graveyard deck. As you guys can see, my opponent also used the giant graveyard Night Witch deck, but my deck is superior because I have Tornado, and that allows me to counter his Night Witch effectively. So yeah, that's my Night Witch graveyard giant deck. Next deck I'm going to share is this pretty new Pekka Night Witch Battle Ram deck. And what I love about Battle Ram and Night Witch is that you can protect your Night Witch and your Electro Wizard from a lightning spell if you couple them with a Battle Ram, because the Battle Ram can act like a lightning rod and it can absorb the 3 strikes of the lightning, saving your Night Witch and Electro Wizard. Yeah, that's a pretty neat combo. Let's do it. Let's use this Pekka deck, Pekka Night Witch Battle Ram deck. Let's do it. Good luck. Start off with the minions. Let's use Zap. Don't want to use Electro Wizard. It's expensive. We're gonna place down... Oh, and the main reason we have Zap is because Inferno Tower. We can use the Zap to reset the Inferno Tower. And also Zap is now more effective than Lock because of Night Witch. Ooh. He's gonna place her right here. We're gonna zap. We're gonna reset it back onto that, and we have to stop that witch. So that was a good play on his part, using the minions like that. And look at that. The goblins did way too much damage, unfortunately. We're gonna have to use minions. Now he has a very good deck against mine because he's got the Inferno Tower, he's got the bait, so I have to use Zap here on these goblins, even though it's not very effective against these goblins since it doesn't kill any longer. He's gonna use Inferno Tower most likely, and this is what I'm gonna do against the Inferno Tower. I'm gonna use the Battle Ram. I'm gonna use the Battle Ram to distract the Inferno Tower. No, you were supposed to go in front. That was a misplay, unfortunately, on my part. I meant to play the Battle Ram in front of the Pekka, but it was just too late. We're gonna use the Electro Wizard, quickly kill this princess. Again, this is another beatdown deck. It's most effective against these bait decks during double elixir time. So there's always potential for comeback with these types of beatdown decks. So 9 seconds and then it's double elixir time. So we're gonna place down the collector, and hopefully during double elixir time we can get a tower, because we're gonna have lots of elixir to use. Okay, predicted that placement correctly, but now I have to deal with this minion horde. That's gonna hurt. Alright, here we go. Battle Ram. He's gonna play Inferno most likely. Yeah, Inferno there. Okay, we're gonna take out the Inferno, and then we're gonna go for a push with the Pekka. That Minor and the Goblin Barrel. So much damage. Okay, here we go. Battle Ram. I should have actually played Battle Ram on the other lane. Because I need another tower. I'm behind. Yeah, he just has a really good counter deck to this. The bait deck. Alright, good game. Can't stop that, unfortunately, with this deck. Let's do another battle with this deck. This deck is still very fun. As long as you're not dealing with that type of deck. I was hoping that he didn't have Minion Horde, because the Minion Horde is the worst. It's the worst against the Witch, because the Witch doesn't deal splash damage, and once she dies, she summons those bats, but the minions can take down those bats before they're of any use. So that's the main weakness. I'm hoping I don't get matched up against that. We're gonna do one more battle with this deck, and then we'll move on to another Night Witch deck. I have so many different Night Witch decks to share with you guys. Alright, let's see. Battle Ram, Electro Wizard, Poison, and Pekka. Not a very good starting hand, so I'm gonna wait and see what he does. He's gonna split. Okay, he's gonna play Collector all the way at the back. We're gonna use Poison. I'm gonna play the Battle Ram first so that I can then Poison here and hopefully get the... See? Hopefully those Barbarians... Nah, the minions have range, so they avoided the Poison. But still, we got the Collector. We're gonna ignore the minions because I need to save up Elixir to counter his Golem. He just took an Elixir lead with his Collector, so I have to ignore the minions. Sacrifice some tower health so that I can use this Pekka, and then I can also use more units behind the Pekka to counter that Golem. We're gonna have to zap those skeletons, and I'm gonna then use... Okay, there we go, and then we're gonna use Electro Wizard, zap those bats. There goes the Golemites. The bats didn't do anything. Okay, yeah, my Pekka is gonna die to that single minion. We're gonna place down the Collector very soon. If he places down Collector, we're gonna punish him with our Battle Ram. He just played his minions, as you guys know. Actually, no. Let's poison his Collector. This way, if we can get an Elixir lead, then we should be able to beat his Golem, because he's not using any spells on our Collector. Our Collector is safe, so that gives us the Elixir advantage. Here we go. He's gonna play Night Witch. We're gonna play Pekka, and then we're gonna also play our Night Witch, because we know he most likely wants to play his Golem, but he decides to play his Golem on the other lane. Okay, fine by me. I'm gonna play my Night Witch on the Golem. And I'm gonna play my Electro Wizard, and the Electro Wizard is gonna distract the Baby Dragon. I was hoping the Baby Dragon would stick to the Electro Wizard, but it didn't. But here I got my Pekka. Can I get it to his tower? No, he's gonna distract with his that Baby Dragon living at 1 hit point. Okay, here we go. Not Electro Wizard. Night Witch. We're gonna go for his tower. He's gonna play his Golem. But we're gonna go for his tower. We're gonna sacrifice. We're gonna have to sacrifice our tower on the left, because we are not gonna be able to stop that Golem. We don't have a building, so we're just gonna trade towers. Hopefully, trade towers here. 14 seconds. No, it failed me. Good game. So the deck he's running is, of course, that first deck that I shared with you guys, the OP Golem Night Witch beatdown deck. So it's very effective, and of course this player knows what he's doing. He is a Nova player. So yeah, good game. Alright, let's move on. We're going to continue to do more battles with these Night Witch decks. Do more grand challenges. Alright, let's move on to the next deck. This deck, not too effective against these decks. As I said, it is a new deck. It's a new concept that I've been trying to make work of. Hopefully I can maybe retweak it later and see if I can improve it. Anyways, let's see. Let's do Lava Hound. Okay, Lava Hound Minor. So we have Lava Hound with Minor and Night Witch. This is a really fun combination because you can use the Minor to shield for your Night Witch's bats. You can shield for, of course, the lava pups from the lava hounds. Let's see, we have Mega Minion. Where's the Mega Minion? Goblin Gang and Tombstone. Poison and Zap, okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, so have my Tombstone. I'm going to start off with the Tombstone, but I'm going to wait a second and see what he does. He's going to place his 3 Musketeers. In that case, I'm going to place my Tombstone right here, 2 tiles in front of my tower so that I can guard against the 3 Musketeers. Allow them to get to my side first. I'm going to place down my Goblins here. Alright. Thinking of what to do here against, against his push. Alright, Mega Minion on these Musketeers. And then I'm going to counter push by using my Minor. So, dang, I didn't even realize that the 2 Musketeers targeted my tower. I thought I had my Tombstone placed correctly there to protect against the Musketeers, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. I have a pretty bad deck mismatch. I have Lava Hound against his 3 Musketeers, so this is going to be a tough battle. But I'm still confident that I can make a comeback here. And hopefully make a comeback here. Let's see. Alright, we're going to start off with the Lava Hound. He's most likely going to want to place 3 Musketeers. So let's see. We have Poison. So if he does place 3 Musketeers in the center, we can Poison. Alright, he's going to place them at the back. Okay, here we go. We're gonna zap quickly here to kill those the Musketeers so that our Night Witch can lock on. And there we go, perfect. Yeah, nice. So did make the comeback happen, and now we're up 2-1. So as you guys can see, very powerful combination. We've got the Lava Hound, like I said, Lava Hound. You can use the Minor to shield. Here we go, Lava Hound again. He's gonna rush in. This guy plays very recklessly with his like how he started off with the 3 Musketeers right off the bat, and then Battle Ram. Not many players do that. Most players would be more patient. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and okay, let's see. The Electro Wizard survived thanks to his Tornado pulling out my Minor away from it. Okay, it's sudden death almost, so we're gonna have to speed this up. We're gonna use Mega Minion. We're gonna go for a aggressive push on the right lane and go for that tower. We're gonna use Poison. We're just gonna ignore the left lane completely. We know he has a Hog Rider, so have to be wary of that. He's gonna play Battle Ram. He's gonna lose it. Minor right there. Perfect. Shield. Just place down our Tombstone at the center to protect ourselves against the Hog. And okay, I got too confident there, but it's still fine. Lava Hound. One more push and it's over. We just gotta defend against his 3 Musketeers. That's why I placed down my Tombstone for safety there. It can block his 3 Musketeers and also block his Hog Rider, of course. And then Minor to finish it off. Just kill my Lava Hound there. Activate those pups. Thank you. Good game. But yeah, it's still 28 hit points now. Oh, come on. I'm trying to finish this, but he won't let me. A good game. Finally. Okay. See, he had the deck advantage with the 3 Musketeers, but we still managed to win thanks to this very OP combo. Usually I have trouble against the 3 Musketeer Battle Ram deck whenever I use Lava Hound. Alright, let's keep going. We'll do one more battle with this, and then we'll move on to another graveyard deck. I think the next deck I'm going to show you guys is the OP Splashyard Night Witch deck. Start off with the Goblin Gang at the back. He's going to play his poison. I mean, he's going to play his collector. We're going to poison, but not yet. Now. See? Got him. Got his minions in the poison right there. That's why you want to be patient. You always want to be patient whenever you're dropping your spells, because you never know. Things like that could happen. Oh, Sparky. Oh, man. Tombstone. We're gonna... The tombstones... Hopefully the tombstone, the skeletons can save my Night Witch. Please save my Night Witch. Yes, as you guys can see right there. Now I gotta deal with the minion horde here. And my poison's all the way at the back. So I gotta somehow cycle through here. Oh, man. Oh, man. I gotta zap. No! I had to zap the skeletons. I didn't have anything for Sparky there. Oh, such a bad start hand, you know, the cycle. I didn't have poison for the minion horde, so I had to use zap over there on the skeletons, and I couldn't deal with the Sparky. Okay, let's go with the miner on his collector. He's gonna protect it. No need to poison then. Oh, yeah, we could poison now because he played his minion. So there goes his minions and there goes his collector. Great. Okay, but now I know he's got, I know his deck. He's got minions, he's got minion horde, he's got Sparky, and he's got giant. Okay. I'm gonna use my tombstone. The tombstone is next and it can block Sparky. He's gonna play Sparky on the left. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna play my Lava Hound directly at it. Because we have air units here. I'm gonna play Lava Hound. And then all we have to do is... Actually, no, the Tombstone. As you guys can see, the skeletons from the Tombstone is successfully distracting Sparky. And we'll just use Tombstone over there. And then we'll use the Miner to shield those pups and my Mega Minion. And that should do it for his tower over there on the left. There we have his tower. He's going to rush in with his Giant. Bad move. He's rushing because he knows there's only 20 seconds left. He needs to get that tower immediately. But we're not going to allow it. And we'll use Mega Minion. And then, let's see. Okay, he still has those Elite Barbs. Not enough time for him to make that comeback. And we had plenty of weapons to use. Night Witch, Miner, Lava Hound. We had so much stuff. Good game. So, really fun Lava Hound Miner deck with the Witch. Let's move on to another deck. Let's go and use Splashyard this time. Splashyard is really good right now in the meta. I've been winning lots of 12 wins in Grand Challenge with this deck. Yesterday I won 3 or 4 12 wins in Grand Challenge on my mini account with level 3 Tornado, level 3 Executioner. But in this version of the deck, I'm not going to use Executioner. I'm going to use Baby Dragon. I'm going to use... And then I'm going to show you guys another Splashyard deck. It's more of a cycle version with less average elixir cost. You can cycle Graveyard quicker after this deck. Alright, so we have Graveyard, we have Electro Wizard, we need Tornado, Poison, and we need Knight and Skeletons. Okay. Here we go. This deck. Splashyard with Night Witch. Let's do this. Also, there are many different variants of this deck. I prefer this version. You can also use Ice Golem instead of the Knight. But I prefer the Knight because it just helps a lot in many situations against like Hog Riders and other units that, of course, the Ice Golem can't target. But Ice Golem is now very good again. Why? Because his splash death damage can one-shot bats, just like, you know, skeletons. So that's very useful. We're gonna zap those 2 bats and the baby dragon and then finish off his Night Witch there. Perfect. Great start, as you guys can see, 1289, using the poison on the collector with the graveyard at the same time. He's gonna play Golem without an elixir lead, so this should be very easy. It should be very easy for us to stop his Golem. So let's see. Knight, skeletons, baby dragon. He's gonna tornado. We're gonna use tornado then. Push them back. Unfortunately, I missed tornado on the Golemites, so my baby dragon targeted the Golemites. But that's fine. All right, he's gonna place down collector. We're not gonna give him that opportunity to get a big elixir lead, so we're gonna poison here because there's about 20 seconds left until double elixir time. We don't want him to accumulate a lot of elixir and then overwhelm us. Okay, here we go. So as you guys can see, we did defend against that Golem very effectively. Only did around like 200 damage, and that was basically the death damage from the Golem, which we should have actually pushed back with our tornado to avoid the death damage. Okay, here we go. Night Witch. Baby Dragon. Oh! I placed my Electro Wizard and Night Witch together. I missed the tornado on the Golem again, unfortunately. That hurt. That is gonna hurt. No! Night Witch, you were supposed to stay inside the poison, so the poison could finish you off. Just bad plays on my part. Just a lot of bad plays on my part. He's gonna push on the other lane. That actually gives me an opportunity to make a comeback. And yeah, that was a big mistake on his part. He shouldn't be allowing me to do that. But now, of course, because of his collector, he's in a big lead in elixir. So this is gonna be really hard for us to stop. Lightning with the Golemites, and are those bats gonna finish? No. Okay. We're gonna... No! The splash from the baby dragon was targeting my tower there. 193. We're gonna lose to lightning. Good game. Just bad plays on my part. I don't want to make any excuses for that. Usually this is what happens when I like switch decks like rampantly. Like if I switch decks, like previous deck I was using the beatdown deck, then I switch style and use Splashyard. That's what usually happens. So my best advice is to stick with one deck for a while. Don't always change decks, because you're gonna, you're gonna lose focus. You're gonna make silly errors thinking that you have certain cards while you don't, and you're gonna play differently. Okay, Night Witch, we're gonna play Baby Dragon. Okay, so that should take down his Night Witch. And then we'll just use the Knight right here to distract the Executioner while our skeletons kill the Giant, and then our skeletons are gonna kill his Executioner, and now we have a counter push with our Knight and Electro Wizard. Okay. He's gonna play his Night Witch early, which is great because he's not gonna be able to support the Night Witch. Nice. Alright, we're gonna have to use Baby Dragon because even a lone Night Witch is just extremely deadly because of her bats. They can deal so much damage so quickly. And we're gonna play aggressively right here. He placed down Collector. Awesome, because he's low on Elixir and he placed his Collector, so he's gonna have a hard time. But now he has Executioner. If he uses Tornado, he can easily stop me, but no, he's gonna use Zap. So that tells me very likely he doesn't have Tornado. He's using Zap. And he hasn't shown that he has Tornado. He could be using Tornado and Zap together, but I think he's using something like Lightning or something else. I don't think Tornado and Zap is very good with the deck that he's running. I think he should be running like Lightning for Inferno Tower or something. But yeah, stopped his Night Witch there thanks to our Poison. Poison is actually gonna be very good right now because what the Poison can do is it can not only weaken the Night Witch. If you can kill the Night Witch, the Poison is also gonna finish off her bats, of course. So here we go. We're gonna use Poison with the Tornado because I want to remove that Night Witch immediately. She's just so deadly. You don't want that Night Witch to survive. All right, we're gonna use again that same defensive scheme where we just use the Knight to distract the Executioner, and now he's rushing in. We're gonna use Poison right here. That should do it. I'm not gonna overuse my elixir because I'm gonna save that for this counter push, and we're gonna finish him off right here, right now. And here we're gonna tornado them right onto that tower so that our baby dragon but it died, unfortunately. It was supposed to. I wanted to show you guys the pull there, but unfortunately I couldn't. Okay, we're gonna use Poison. Gotta defend against this now. And there we go. The Poison's gonna finish off his bats and his Night Witch. And hopefully this time, with the Graveyard, we can finish him off. Tornado right there. Onto the tower. Splash once. Perfect. Good game. Let's do one more battle with this deck. And then we'll switch. Ooh, we got a Crown Chest. Cancel. Oh, couldn't cancel on time. Okay, we'll get the Crown Chest later. Maratiel. Good luck. Alright, we have Graveyard, we have Night Witch, we have Electro Wizard, and Poison. Alright, he's gonna place down his Collector. We're gonna aggressively push then on this right lane. Night Witch, Knight very soon. Here we go. And then Graveyard. Knight is gonna distract his Executioner. He's not gonna be able to use Tornado. He is, but our Graveyard, the skeletons are still gonna be able to deal a whopping amount of damage. Look at that. So strong. Almost took down his tower, almost killed his Executioner. We're gonna zap, we're gonna use skeletons right there and just eat away at that Golem. We're gonna Tornado and pull that Golem out so the death damage doesn't even touch my tower. Perfect. Counter right there. I think he's using the same deck that we lost to previously just because of my silly errors. But here, this is how you're supposed to play against that deck. That other battle that I showed you guys, I was making so many errors. I couldn't pull the Golem. I let that Golem attack my tower multiple times, which I shouldn't have. But yeah, hopefully this battle shows you guys how effectively you can shut down the OP Golem and Night Witch deck. Okay, and once I kill her, I'm going to use the Knight right here, and then I'm just going to use Graveyard on that Collector, finish off that Collector, and he's just going to overwhelm him. The OP Golem deck doesn't really have much answers to an aggressive Night Witch push. Boom. Just like that. Not going to be able to stop that. Good game. Look at that. Both of my towers untouched. Untouched. He's gonna probably throw a lightning just so he could deal some damage to my tower, but no. Good game. Am I back? Apologize, guys. Looks like I lost connection, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. We're gonna continue from where we last left off. Just give me a second, guys. So just refresh and we should be back. Alright, so next deck. Let's move on to the next deck. We're gonna use another version of Graveyard Splash with Night Witch. We're gonna use Graveyard Executioner this. Executioner, Tornado. We're gonna use Ice Golem this time instead of the Knight. And we're gonna use Ice Spirit instead of the Electro Wizard. So here we go. Much more cyclical than the previous deck. We have a 3.1 average elixir cost, so we can cycle quicker, and so pose even more. No. Usually when I have a starting hand like this, I like to start off with my Ice Golem at 9 elixir here at the center, so that I can then cycle, boom, boom. And while that Night Witch is distracted, she's engulfed inside that poison. The poison should be able to... No, I was hoping the poison would kill her there, but unfortunately the graveyard skeletons did not touch her, so she survived. However, we do have the Executioner, but our opponent's gonna play Graveyard here. Okay. We're gonna use Executioner. Those bats, man. Those bats are gonna deal so much damage because the Graveyard was distracting them. Come on, come on. Kill the bowler quickly. So our opponent is also using Splashyard. Same thing we're using, but he's using the other version with the bowler. The deck that I showed you in the previous. But we're able to cycle quicker, so hopefully we can out-cycle him. Let's see, we're gonna go with Ice Golem, and we're gonna use Graveyard here. He's gonna play his Night Witch over there. I think I missed, I missed poison on the Night Witch, but she's gonna walk into the poison, okay. Okay, did do damage there. I'm gonna play my Executioner here. No Graveyard this time. Okay. And the reason most likely he didn't use Graveyard there is because he just didn't have the elixir. Because we played aggressively, our average elixir cost is less than his decks, so we're able to cycle much quicker and pose pressure quicker. Alright, so he's gonna use that. We're gonna use the Golem right here, distract. Yeah, unfortunately, I needed to use... You have to use poison on their graveyard. I didn't have the poison there, so... It was just not pretty there. You have to use poison on their graveyard in order to counter opposing Splashyard decks. So here he's gonna, you know, commit so much on his offense there. So I'm gonna take advantage and cycle and attack him on the other lane. And then... I'm going to try to cycle back again, right here, and pressure him on the other lane again. I have to use Tornado there. Yeah, good game. Not enough time. And he has a very big lead. But we're going to do one more battle with this deck. Let's just watch a quick replay of this deck, see where it went wrong. That's usually what I like to do whenever I lose like that. So I start off with my Ice Golem, and then I place down my poison early there. I shouldn't have been aggressive. I should have actually just played my Executioner at the back and just countered him and then counter push. Always look to counter push. There I played aggressively. I went for the Graveyard and poison early. And I lost the game right there from turn 1. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just, you know, stood back, played my Executioner at the back, readied my Tornado for the counter, and then counter push with my Graveyard. That's what I should have done. Alright, good luck to David here. We'll start off with the Ice Spirit. He's gonna play his Knight at the back. We're gonna play Ice Golem. And then we're gonna ready our Night Witch behind Ice Golem. He's gonna play Executioner, so yeah. This is what I should have done in my previous battle, is play my Executioner behind... Play my Executioner in the same lane as the Night Witch. The Executioner, of course, is the best counter to the Night Witch with Tornado. And this is what you want to do against the Graveyard. You want to use Poison. This is still going to be a tough battle because our opponent is still a very good player. So, Ice Golem to distract the Executioner and Skeletons behind him to kill him. But he's going to play Knight at the back. I'm going to switch lanes with my Night Witch, force him to use his Executioner. That's my plan. Force him to use his No, he's going to use Bowler. Okay, Bowler's not enough to stop the Night Witch because of the bats. The bats can kill the Bowler. We're going to use the Ice Spirit right here. Freeze him. And so as you guys can see right there, the bats, they're going to kill the Bowler. We're going to use Graveyard here. And hopefully we can get good damage out of it. Nice. So his tower down to like 1400. Great. So we're making very good moves. We're not really making many errors. We're going to use the Night Witch right here to counter that. And of course Poison for his Graveyard. And no, bats, kill it. Yes, thank you. Okay, there we go. I was afraid that the Executioner survives and kills my bats. Okay, he's gonna play his Baby Dragon, Pressure on the other lane, forcing him to overcommit, and then use my Executioner on the left lane, and then cycle. Quick. There we go, Ice Golem. What the? He's using Graveyard defensively there. Interesting. Bum. Okay, and now Ice Golem, Cycle, Poison. There we go. Racking up. Good play on his part. He used Tornado to push back my Executioner on the other lane so that he can avoid my Executioner. Okay, here we go. Poison right here. Come on, do it. Take him out. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try to do the same thing. Watch. Push that Executioner out. But not on the other lane, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Executioner. And I need to cycle. I need to cycle because of his Graveyard. I need to cycle to my Poison. But I'm just going to use Poison on his tower because, of course, it's at 205. And that should do it. Good game. So, yeah, this is actually how you want to play with the Splashyard, the cyclical version. The previous battle, the battle before that, I lost to the same deck, almost the same deck, because of my error, of course, at the start where I tried to be aggressive. You don't want to be aggressive. You want to counter push. And so I improvised on my next battle, and I won. So yeah, both of these guys are very good players. They have over 5,000 trophies. Alright, next battle, we're going to switch decks. We're going to use Minor Cycle. Minor with Night Witch. Okay, so Minor and Tornado, Skeletons, Poison, Log, and Ice Spirit. Okay, here we go. 2.9 average elixir cost, Minor Poison, We got the Executioner Tornado for, you know, countering Night Witch and other combos, and pressure with the Night Witch, backed up by a Minor, using the Minor to shield for the bats. It's just a dangerous combo. Let's do it. What's taking so long? Alexa, next. Let's restart. Search. Okay, there we go. Good luck. Skeletons. So I'm using the minor version, not graveyard. Alright, we're gonna use, should I have used Night Witch? Nah, I shouldn't have, because I don't have the Knight to support her, so I shouldn't have actually done that. But the good thing is the Knight is gonna pressure him on the right lane, forcing him to use, let's see, what is he gonna use against that? Archers. Okay. There's one archer though. Lightning is not gonna kill, but the death damage from the golem is. So once it dies, I'm gonna send in some skeletons to kill it. Okay. And he's gonna send in skeletons. Now I'm gonna have to lag here, otherwise those skeletons are gonna deal a lot of damage if shielded by the golemites. So I have to log there. I had to use poison there because I didn't really have anything else to stop that push that he aggressively used. Most golem players, they're not gonna send in golem early like that. They don't play that recklessly. They're gonna want to play their collector first before making a golem push. So that guy made a risky play and it paid off for him. You know, stuff like that happens. Even though what he did was improper, because what if I had a giant? If I had giant and if I had Night Witch, I could have just pressured him on the other lane immediately when he dropped his golem. So yeah, I'm trying to make the proper moves, while my opponent made that reckless move and it paid off for him. So you just gotta live with that. Tornado right there, and there we go, shut down the Night Witch. But look, we're doing very good. It's pretty much tied at the moment. He's gonna play his collector. Okay, I'm gonna cycle skeletons, and let's see, he does use archers. So there we get to poison his collector, finish off his archers. Nice. We're not gonna allow him to you know, get a big elixir advantage against us with his golem. And here, what we're gonna do, okay, nice. We're gonna use the miner, and the miner is gonna shield the bats, and it's gonna take his tower. He's gonna use zap. Okay, he does have zap. Alright, let's, oh nice! The Executioner actually killed the archers there, before I even used Tornado. He's playing aggressively right now. So we gotta stop him. We can't allow him to weaken that tower. So we're gonna have to go for that tower on the right. There we go. 622. Not enough. 430. Okay, we're gonna cycle. Yeah, I shouldn't even bothered placing my Night Witch there. I should have just went for the minor poison and just finished them off quickly. Should have just ignored the golem and the mega minion. There was no point in trying to defend against that. But yeah, good game. So yeah, that's the cycle version of Splash Graveyard, which is also very effective in this meta. Let's move on to, let's see. Okay, let's use another version of Giant Night Witch. We're gonna use Giant Night Witch with Executioner. Tornado Lightning. Log. Mega Minion and Skeletons. Okay, here we go. 3.6 average elixir cost. We have Executioner Tornado, of course. And we have Giant, Night Witch, Mega Minion, Lightning. We could Lightning Collector. And if they drop Golem, instantly pressure with the Giant, Night Witch on the other lane. And it's over. It's game over. There's no way to stop it if they're using this deck. If they're using Giant, Golem, Night Witch. Alright, let's go. Good luck. Alright, so he decided to play his Collector. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rush in with my Giant, and I'm going to save my Collector because of this right here. As you guys can see, my opponent placed down a unit next to the Collector. So the reason I didn't use Lightning straight ahead was because I wanted more value. And that's what I got. I got more value. Look at his tower. It's at 1344. Great start for us. We lightninged his Collector, Tower, and Baby Dragon. And because he played his, I was about to say that he's using Golem because he played Collector, Baby Dragon, Mega Minion. So most likely.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now. Please try a little later.
Are we back? Unfortunately, I disconnected again. I have to find out what the problem to that is, why I'm disconnecting during streams. We couldn't use lightning there, but we cycle to our Giant, Mega Minion, and here if he places down something, we're gonna lightning that. We're gonna lightning his Giant and Collector. He mirrored his skeletons. Whoa, you don't see that often. People mirroring skeletons or using a mirror deck with Giant. Alright, we're just gonna use Log, and I think that's gonna, no, Giant is gonna get one hit. But look at that, because we used Lightning on the Collector and Tower and Giant, he lost a lot of health on that tower. He threw arrows right there. I'm not sure why, I guess out of frustration, I don't know. And then he placed down Collector, so this should be a pretty easy win then. If he plays like that. We're gonna go for an aggressive push on the right while he's down on elixir, since he just played his Collector. He doesn't have much elixir, so we're gonna take advantage of that, and we're gonna go for an aggressive push with our Giant and Night Witch, and then we're gonna also lightning here. We're gonna lightning very soon. We're gonna lightning his Witch. Come on, come on. Oh no, we missed her. She moved she moved out of the way like at the last second right there. Oh man, that's gonna hurt a lot because now I don't have anything for the Night Witch. I don't have enough elixir, and he's gonna use heal. Rip. Okay, I just have to stop his Night Witch. There we go, and then we can just counter push, and we should be able to get a tower back. Okay, he's gonna place down Collector. See, what he did there was a big mistake because he just played his Collector on the same lane that we're gonna counter push. You don't want to do that. In fact, he probably shouldn't even have placed that Collector down because it's double elixir time right now. So he's pretty low on elixir. He's gonna throw arrows. I think he's trying to cycle to a counter to his Mega Minion, I guess. But that's not gonna be enough. Here we're gonna lightning. Not gonna miss, of course. There goes his Night Witch, and now all we have to do is just go for that push on the left lane. His tower is down to 1459, and here we go. We're gonna cycle. Here we go, Giant. He's gonna play his Giant over there. We're gonna pull that Mega Minion here. We're gonna use Tornado, pull it back. 23 seconds. He's gonna use heal. All right, we just gotta stall it out. 17 seconds. Hopefully we can stop him from 3-crowning us. No. Okay, there we go. And then Mega Minion, perfect. and then we'll just push him back with the tornado, stall it out, and there we go. Yes, escaped. Man, he's using a very gimmicky deck. He's using heal with mirror, with the Night Witch, and of course the giant Mega Minion Night Witch combo. Very, very strange. Almost worked out for him. But he was playing very weirdly as well. Like, he was throwing arrows. He was wasting his arrows. Alright, next battle against Ejuka Ted. Okay, good luck. We're going to start with skeletons at the back. Okay, he's gonna play his minions at the back. We're gonna play our Mega Minion. And let's see. He's gonna play his Mega Minion at the back. We're gonna play a giant right here. And back it up by our Mega Minion. And then here, nice, we can lightning. And there goes his Mega Minion. We've weakened his furnace, took it down. And there we go. Awesome. Giant got one hit, and of course our lightning weakened his tower a bit as well. So great start for us. And we know he's got furnace, he's got baby dragon, Mega Minion. Very likely he has a tank like giant, I'd say. Golem, okay, Golem. And he decides to play his Golem early. Okay. We're gonna play. Let's see. I have lots of elixir at the moment. I'm gonna play my Night Witch at the back. I'm waiting for him to support that Golem with something. Okay, he's gonna support it with his Mega Minion. We're gonna pull him back, let our Executioner finish him off, but he's gonna use Lightning to kill the Executioner. Okay, our Mega Minion or Bats are gonna kill his Mega Minion. We'll use Skeletons here, distract, and then we'll just use our Executioner. Skeletons are gonna kite the minions away. What you want to do is you want to place your skeletons at the center, like right here. This way the skeletons split, and two of the skeletons are gonna pull the minions, and then the other two are gonna kite the remaining minions. Sometimes it doesn't work out if the timing is not perfect. So yeah, I had my Executioner there for safety. Okay, anyways, let's see. We're gonna use Night Witch here. I need my Executioner. We have to cycle to it because Executioner Tornado. We're gonna use Mega Minion. We're gonna cycle Executioner. Here we go. And we're gonna pull them right here. Conveniently allow our Executioner to target them all. Okay, great. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of units still alive. We're gonna log to finish them off, and use the giant to distract while our Mega Minion destroys. Okay, nice. And then we're gonna use Night Witch. We're gonna cycle. He just wasted his lightning. Thank you for that, because now you're low on elixir, and I'm gonna pressure you a lot here with this push. Okay, lightning, and let's use log. Actually, I shouldn't have used log there because my giant was done for anyways. Okay, minions we can just ignore. Executioner, of course, because of course he wants to make a Golem play. What he should have done is he should have just played his Golem at the bridge, because of course I don't have any defensive buildings, so it would have been a wiser move for him to just play his Golem at the bridge. And he's most likely cycling to his Tornado. Yep, see, Tornado. And we're gonna use. Can we pull it? Yes, we did. And there we go. Our Executioner, even at like very low health, was able to stop that Golem. Burst damage, avoided the burst damage on my tower. And here, 411 on this tower. We'll just finish him off with the lightning log. Good game. Okay, nice. And let's see. Should we do one more battle with this deck? Let's do one more battle with this deck, and then we'll switch to another Tornado, another Night Witch deck. So let's do it. One more battle with this deck, and then we'll switch to something else. Good luck. Split the skeletons at the back. He's gonna play his collector. I wished I had my lightning here. So that of course I could have lightninged his tower. You guys know how it is. We're gonna use the Executioner. And no, we don't need to Tornado. My lightning's all the way at the back. Man, I'm so unlucky with the lightning. Like this is another second time that happened. Where my lightning was all the way at the back when my opponent started off with a collector. Now I'm behind on elixir, and it's not looking good for me because he most likely has that golem deck, of course. I have to lightning here. Yeah, this is not looking good because of my terrible starting hand. I'm now behind in elixir. So it's gonna be tough stopping. See, he's got the golem already. Um, I gotta cycle, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for this giant Night Witch on the other lane, instant pressure, and then use my skeletons here. Unfortunately, he has his executioner, and he also has tornado with that. So basically, that the same golem, the OP golem Night Witch deck, but instead of baby dragon, he has executioner, and instead of the lag, he has tornado, which is an excellent way of dealing with night witches. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sacrifice tower health. There's 19 seconds left. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice tower health, and instead, because I just need to win one tower. My tower on the left was at full health, so it was okay for me to sacrifice tower health there and try to snag one of his towers in the process. Can I get the Night Witch? No, it's just gonna be too risky because she's gonna walk away. Okay, we're gonna use the Knight and we're gonna go for the other lane because we pressured him on the other lane. Okay, nice. We can avoid his tornado now. Perfect. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use the executioner right here, and this way my executioner is gonna kill his executioner with the assistance of my arena tower, and then my executioner is gonna go for his right lane, as you guys can see right there. And here I'm gonna use the tornado, push him back, and so my executioner can finish off the rest. Perfect. And now I'm gonna use skeletons, counter push, and quickly kill. Thank you. And there we go. And come on. And then I'm gonna also pressure on the other lane. Here we go. Because he has the tornado. That one push is not gonna work, and I'm gonna use my executioner to defend that left lane while I go for the tower on the left lane, defend on the right lane, and then go for the tower on the left lane. Okay, Mega Minion, there we go, perfect. And my giant locked onto his tower, but unfortunately this golem is gonna hurt a lot. Oh my goodness, not good. That's game because lightning's gonna finish me off. Good game. Almost had him, but unfortunately the tower was within lightning range. Just needed one more push on the other lane. Okay, let's switch now. Switch up. And of course, the main reason, like I said, the main problem, why I struggled against his deck was because of this horrible starting hand. I didn't have lightning. It was all the way at the back. What I was trying to do was I was trying to cycle to my lightning here. I was trying to cycle, but unluckily it was the last card in my hand. As you can see, it was the last card, so I couldn't lightning that collector. And because I couldn't lightning the collector, see, I couldn't lightning it. It was just too late. Now he has two collectors, and now I have lightning. He now has a big elixir lead. As you guys can see, he has a big elixir lead. Not a big elixir lead yet because he has 4 elixir. I have 4 elixir, but he has 2 collectors, and now he's gonna get 1 elixir from one collector, another elixir from another, and now he has that elixir lead, and that's why I lost. But stuff like that happens. You just have to deal with it. Next, let's switch to Hog Rider Minor with Night Witch. Hog Rider Minor. Night Witch, Executioner, Tornado, Poison, and Skeletons. Okay, 3.3 average elixir cost, Hog Rider Minor. You can use, of course, the Minor with the Night Witch to, shield for the bats. It's just a lot of fun with the Hog Rider Minor cycle kind of deck. And of course, again, you have the Executioner Tornado to counter opposing Night Witches. It's like almost a must right now to have Tornado in your deck to deal with all of these Night Witches, because it's the best answer to Night Witch. And I'm hoping that the Night Witch does get a nerf, because this does imbalance the meta, in my opinion, because you have to run Tornado. There really isn't many effective counters for the Night Witch. He just offers way too much value for just 4 elixir. Alright, let's see. We're gonna use poison here just to weaken it a bit. Oh no, heal. He used heal. What should I do here? I don't have enough elixir to stop him now. Boom, log. A fancy way of dealing with those three musketeers. I used tornado to pull them towards the center, and then use the log to get all three of them. Okay, and yeah, he has executioner tornado. You don't really. I guess everyone's running executioner tornado right now. You don't really see people using executioner tornado with three musketeers, but this guy does have it. Executioner, and that should do it. Okay. Now let's see. Oh yeah, I apologize that there's no music. I feel like the music might be what's causing the disconnect, so I don't want to risk it. So I'm gonna turn off the music. So apologize for that. But feel free to listen to music while watching me. Hog Rider skeletons on the right while he placed that 6 elixir giant skeleton on the left. Okay, good damage there from the Hog Rider. And now I gotta deal with this giant skeleton. I'm gonna use my Night Witch. I should have placed her at the back. He's gonna cleverly use tornado. I'm gonna log it back. I'm hoping that was enough to, yes, it was enough to avoid the bomb damage from the giant skeleton. So awesome. Here again, I'm gonna now use my Hog Rider, and I'm gonna use poison, and that poison with the executioner damage should be able to finish off his Night Witch effectively there. Okay, he's gonna heal them back. It's just so scary when someone heals their three musketeers. Okay, there we go. Stop the three musketeers, and his tower's at 126 on the right. He's most likely gonna use tornado here. I'm gonna pressure him on the left with the Hog Rider, and by pressuring him on the left with the Hog Rider, it's gonna disallow him. He decided to ignore it, so he's gonna lose a lot of tower health there. Let's push them back a bit. No. The heal, of course. So scary. Okay. And we'll just finish him off with... We could have finished him off with the poison too, but minor log quickly here is quicker. Good game. Thanks for the donate, Wildcat. Can you make a Night Witch heal combo? I can, but let's do one more battle with this Hog Rider Minor Night Witch deck, and then I'll try to create a heal deck with the Night Witch. Let's do this. Mikey, good luck. Hog Rider and Minor is too risky with Tornado. What you have to do is just basically use the Hog Rider right after their Tornado, or just push the other lane when they drop their Splash Unit. Like if they drop their shoot. This is a horrible starting hand. I'm gonna use Minor with the poison on the Night Witch. I feel like I mistimed it. No, I didn't. Okay, perfectly timed. I was afraid the bat might survive there. Oh no. I needed my Executioner there. I didn't have the Executioner there, so I had to use my Night Witch instead, which is not a good counter to a Golem backed up by minions. So yeah, he got lucky there. I didn't have Executioner. I had to cycle to the Executioner. It was the last card, so I couldn't use it to stop that push. And he just dropped his Collector. And I'm gonna play a risky. I'm gonna go for that push on the right lane. Go for that tower because I'm behind. Instead of going for his Collector, he's using that OP Golem deck. Not good. Okay, let's go with the Hog Rider on the other lane, because we have to poison that Collector, otherwise we're done for. He's gonna Tornado, yeah. He's using Tornado with that version. That's game. Tornado activated the King's Tower. All because I didn't have Executioner to stop his Golem minions. See, this is what I wanted to do. Tornado, minions, and Executioner to stop them. but it's too late now. 57 seconds. He's gonna use lightning. He shouldn't have done that. That was risky, because that allows me to counter push with something strong. So he made a big error, but it doesn't matter because he's got his King's Tower activated. He's in the lead. It's really not gonna do much, I don't think. But no, it is. Never discount the Night Witch. Nice. 340, but still not enough. We gotta still go for that tower. I'm gonna play a risky and push his golem to my King's Tower. Okay, nice. Good move on my part. Good move on my part. I'm liking where I'm going here. I'm liking this. He's gonna use tornado cleverly. No! I'm not liking this because now I can't get that tower. He tornadoed my miner out. Good game. So close. Almost had him there. I should have played my miner over there on the bottom left of that left arena tower. But it wouldn't have made a difference because you would have still tornadoed the miner out. Man, I was so close there. Almost had him with that comeback. Alright, so let's switch. We're going to use heal. Heal with Night Witch. Someone wanted me to use heal. So let's do this. I can't find heals all the way to the back. Okay. Let's do a heal. What do I want to use heal with? Let's do this. Giant, Night Witch. We're gonna keep the Executioner. We're gonna keep. Should we keep poison? Let's keep poison. Let's take out log. Actually, no. Poison, heal. It's just a lot of elixir on these spells. How to make this work? I'm gonna use minions. Minions are very good units to use heal with. Let's use minions. Let's see, do we have defense here? We got the Executioner, we got Tornado, we got Night Witch, we got Giant offense. Minions to distract Inferno Tower. And should we keep skeletons? We need something else for Inferno. We're still weak to the Inferno. I'm thinking about going with Zap instead of Poison. Because we're already committing so much elixir on spells. So I guess let's go with Zap so we could also reset the Inferno Tower with Zap. 3.3 average elixir cost. Let's do it. Let's try it. Just for fun. Juno, good luck. Do you think Night Witch is a good card to use with Lava Loon? It will work, but you're going to have a lot of problems against Executioner Tornado if you're using Lava Loon with Night Witch. That's why I'm not showing you guys Lava Loon with Night Witch, because if you use Lava Loon with Night Witch, an Executioner Tornado is going to completely shut it down. So you're losing so much value. Heal. Should I use heal? No, it's too late. This is why I don't use heal. I mistimed the heal. I was just contemplating too much on whether to use heal there, and I decided to use heal in the last minute, which was not good. Okay, so he's using Hog Rider Executioner. Alright, so he's using a pretty common Hog Rider deck. But next time, we're gonna use heal with the Night Witch and minions. No, he has Ice Golem. He's cycling to his Hog Rider. We're gonna counter push on his Hog Rider. He has Valkyrie, okay. Most likely lightning. Yeah, lightning there. Minions. Is he gonna drop his Executioner? Okay, he's gonna drop Executioner. Let's heal up here. Look at those minions. Healing back up from the Executioner. Oh, that wasn't enough. What? The Executioner survived even with all those minions attacking it. But the good thing is we got a lot of tower. We got a lot of damage on this tower with our giant there. Okay, Night Witch again. Let's do this. Phase 2. This time double elixir. Is he gonna use lightning? No lightning. Okay. No, he is gonna use lightning. He's gonna get one of my minions. Should I? Let's do it. No, he's gonna push him back. But the good thing is I have tornado too, so I can stop him as well. I'm not even gonna waste tornado here. I shouldn't have zapped there because that resetted the Executioner back onto me. Okay, here we go. Oh, that Hog Rider has such a large pull. Good game. Didn't work. Good game. Let's try this deck one more time. Just for fun. Heal minions. I'm thinking about using minion. Nah, not minion horde. Tornado Executioner is such a big problem. How to deal with Tornado Executioner. That's the main challenge right now when using different types of Night Witch decks. The first thing you need to fix is that weakness to Executioner Tornado. Heal. I don't know. There's not really much you could do about that. Let's keep going. Let's do one more battle with this. This time, previously I misplaced the heal. I placed the heal after my Night Witch's death. This time I'm not gonna make that same error. Hopefully I'm not. Alright, he's gonna play his Mega Minion. We'll play some minions just to weaken it. Let's see. He's gonna play guards. I'm gonna play my Night Witch. Okay. Fireball, that's a bad fireball because Night Witch is still gonna live. Zap is not gonna kill it. Fireball Zap doesn't kill Night Witch. That's crazy. It should, in my opinion. Alright, he's got Inferno Tower. So this is gonna be tough. So to beat that, we're gonna have to outcycle the Inferno Tower. Let's do it. Skeletons. He's gonna play Minor. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for that Ice Spirit, and now use our minions to kill the princess. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of health right there on our tower. Okay, Night Witch. Since he just used his princess Minor, he doesn't have it, but he does have his Inferno Tower ready. That's my main concern. I need to somehow bypass the Inferno. So I'm gonna place my giant like that so that my he actually fell for it. But I don't have anything for that. I don't have log. This is gonna be tough. I need to wait for double elixir time. So there's 18 seconds left. Okay, nice. Because at double elixir time, we're gonna be able to cycle quicker. And I'm gonna be able to double lane pressure. Okay, here we go. Double elixir time. Nice. Night Witch. Giant. And here we go. Minions. Distract. Come on, come on, come on. That was not enough. Okay, we're gonna send two Night Witches, and we're gonna use a heal. What can they do? Night Witch got targeted by the Inferno Tower. Bats didn't help out. Okay, Giant. Still gonna fight though. Wait, what? Giants got targeted even though the minions were They were right after that Inferno. It still got targeted. Alright, cycle to another giant. Minions. He's cycling to his Inferno, I think. No, he's not. Okay, here we go. Go in. Rush in now. He's got the Inferno. We're gonna heal back. Use Zap. I feel like the heal really isn't helping out. I don't think heal is good with Night Witch because, of course, bats can get one hit, one shot by anything. So heal really isn't helping the bats nor the Night Witch. The Night Witch doesn't really need heal. So yeah, I'm not really finding a good use for the heal here. Alright, here we go. There we go. Awesome. Good game. Fireball. At least we can recover back with the heal from a fireball. Zap is not gonna it's not gonna do much. It's gonna reset the Inferno Tower, but it's still not gonna be enough because my giant by the time it was already I just didn't have that opportunity to use Zap on the Inferno Tower. Let's do one more with this deck and then we'll switch to something else. Okay, let's see. We got minions, executioner, skeletons, and giant. People are saying stuff like use Toby Spirit Hawks deck. I don't even know what deck that is. You have to specify what cards. I don't know what these people, their decks. I don't, keep tabs of what everyone's running. So you have to let me know what the cards are, so I could, use it. You went with Executioner on the left lane. I'm gonna take advantage of that and just rush on the right lane. But now I gotta deal with that Executioner. Use the minions. Minions are very good against the Night Witch and killing the Night Witch, but the bats are just... they're just too furious. They're too fast and furious. Night Witch does so much damage. People don't realize the Night Witch has a lot greater DPS than the Knight, and because of the bats assisting her, she does a crazy amount of DPS. Okay, now I gotta deal with this giant. This heal really isn't helping me much. Let's go with the giant, distract while we use the Night Witch to counter this giant. I don't want to use Zap there. I have to save the Zap. Okay, kill. Come on, kill the Night Witch. Ah, that's game. Yeah, didn't have any counter to that now. Double elixir time coming up. Giant, Night Witch, and we're gonna hopefully heal if he places his Executioner. Yeah, he does. Here we go. Heal back up. Is it gonna do anything though? It's gonna heal my Night Witch. Poison. Quite infuriating. He's using the giant Night Witch, Executioner, the deck I shared earlier. Tornado. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get one of his towers in time. There's only 23 seconds left. Night Witch, heal. Come on. No, it's not gonna be enough. Good game. The heal really is not very effective with Night Witch. It just isn't. Doesn't help much. Let's switch up. Let's do something else now. So yeah, I decided to just give heal, and I did. That was the first time this stream, first time I tried out heal with Night Witch, and I don't like it. Basically because of a request someone requested for heal and Night Witch. I find heal to be gimmicky and risky, and against a certain deck like my opponent, the deck that he used, Executioner, Tornado, heal is not going to help at all against a deck like that. Okay, Let's switch to, let's try, what should we try now? I think I've already shared all the decks, all the graveyard decks. So let's go back to the first deck. Let's finish this grand challenge. Let's use this Golem graveyard deck. I'm gonna use the best graveyard decks, not the heal version, of course. Let's go Golem. I should have actually used Tornado instead of Log. I'm gonna switch it up in the next battle. I'm gonna use Log instead. Oh, he's gonna rush in. Oh no. I couldn't use skeletons there because he used Ice Spirit. But that's fine. Whenever you're dealing with the player that rushes in like that with their elite barbarians or something, it's fine. It's fine because I used skeletons with Night Witch, which was 5 elixir, to counter his elite barbarians plus his Ice Spirit, which is 7 elixir, right? I got 2 elixir, and also I started off with my collector, meaning now I'm ahead of by 2 more. I'm ahead of by about 4 elixir because he decided to rush. So I'm at a big elixir lead, and now he's gonna have a hard time defending. Hopefully he's gonna have a hard time, but he does have 3 musketeers. Okay, we're gonna lightning those 2 musketeers. With those 2 musketeers gone, we can easily take down his tower. Unfortunately, we couldn't lightning his collector, but that's fine. We're gonna get his tower anyways, and we're gonna kill that musketeer. And just like that, we've taken down his tower. We're gonna finish off his collector, and I'm gonna place down my second collector. And there we go. Now I'm leading by more elixir. So yeah, like I said, even if your opponent rushes in early with something like risky, like the elite barbarians, like what he did. Come on, come on, come on. Right there. Perfect. Pushed them all in. Unfortunately, though, I pushed the Ice Spirit in, and the Ice Spirit froze my baby dragon. So I couldn't stop the elite barbarians. But again, he rushed. He wasted a lot of elixir, and he's also low on elixir because I have my collector down. I'm leading. So I'm not worried at all. Not worried at all. I'm going to place down my golem. He's most likely readying his 3 musketeers, but no, instead he decides to play collector at 1 minute. There was 1 minute remaining. There's not much time for him. He made a huge error there placing down his collector. So he's going to lose his tower easily here. There's no way he's going to stop this. He's not going to be able to stop this. It's impossible. Night Witch, 3 musketeers. We're just going to lightning. And he's going to lose 2 of them. And it's going to be impossible for him to stop that push and, get a tower in time because there's only 30 seconds left. So yeah, the error that he made was he played his collector with 1 minute left when he should have played his 3 musketeers. And even if he played his 3 musketeers, I had lightning ready. I had so much elixir ready because of my elixir lead because he decided to rush earlier in the battle. So yeah, that's what happens when you rush. Never rush. Certain times you could get lucky when rushing, but that's just, it's just luck. But let's see. We're gonna. Oh no, we do have tornado this time. Okay, nice. Let's keep going. Let's do another battle with this, and we'll switch to Splashyard next. Skeletons at the back. Valkyrie, okay. So, if I had to guess, I'd say Hog Rider, Valkyrie, Executioner, Tornado. That's the most commonly used deck with Valkyrie right now. No, Golem. Okay, so he's using an interesting deck with Golem, Valkyrie. I'm going to play my Golem. The reason I didn't play my Night Witch there was because my Electro Wizard and Night Witch are weak to lightning, so I didn't want to get lightning. So instead, I decided to play my Golem in front, which was the right move, even though I'm not looking too good here. I'm gonna lightning the Mega Minion and Bomber. I don't want to lightning the the Golem because the Golem is gonna die, and then the 2 Golemites are gonna soak in the damage from the lightning. Here, I should have used skeletons right after the Golem burst. But it's fine. I'm going to place down my collector. He's using a very weird deck. He's using Golem with Inferno. Now that I know what he's using, I know that I have a huge advantage. And I'm going to show you guys why. Because Golem Inferno is just, it's just really risky. The only reason it worked was because I was placed in a situation where I had to place my Electro Wizard and not place my um, my Night Witch together to avoid lightning. But now I know that he doesn't have lightning, so I'm safe to do that. He's rushing in. Okay, 1 minute left, so I still have time to make a comeback. Let's see, what does he do? He rushed in, so he lightnings. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna play Golem at the back, and we're gonna go for one powerful push on the right. We know he has Inferno, but we have lightning. He's gonna play Inferno. Very poor position of the Inferno there. I'm trying to cycle to my Electro Wizard here. There. And there we go. Now we could just easily, reset the Inferno Tower. And I'm not going to take any chances. 34 seconds left. I'm just going to send in another Golem so that I can guarantee get that tower on the right. And I'm going to send in another Witch. Okay. Just guarantee myself of getting that tower. Because once I get that tower, I can just 3-crown him. Yeah, just lightning. Just guarantee the tower because now I have this huge push. I'm just going to play it safe and just go for the 3-crown. Good game. So yeah, at the start I was playing safe. I didn't want to make, errors like, play my Electro Wizard, Night Witch together to, because most Golem players you would expect to have lightning, not Inferno Tower. So I didn't expect him of having an Inferno Tower. That's why I played my Golem at the bridge, but he did have the Inferno Tower. So he started off with a good start, but ultimately he lost because of a poor deck, in my opinion. Inferno Tower with Golem is never good. It's just too expensive. You're spending 5 elixir on a defensive building, plus you have an 8 elixir Golem. It just doesn't work out during double elixir time. Okay, let's do this. Let's zap, and with the zap, kill the Hog Rider. I'm being stingy. I shouldn't have been stingy. I should have just used Tornado. But again, not worried at all. Why? Because I have my collector down. And Golem is extremely dangerous when you give your opponent an elixir advantage. Now he's rushing in again. All I have to do right now is just sacrifice my tower, counter push, and win. Zap zap quick, there we go. And Tornado. Get out of my lane. Get out of my lane. Executioner. I use that Tornado to push that Executioner on the other lane, avoiding that Executioner Tornado combo that's so deadly, and allowing myself to easily get that tower. And now I could also go for the 3-crown, but let's play it safe. Place down the collector because there's plenty of time. And of course, he can't ignore my Golem Night and Night Witch on his tower because it's going to deal a lot of damage. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go for the 3-crown, even though his King's Tower is at, 1400. I'm not going to go for it. Why? Because he's going to want to push on the right lane towards my Arena Tower. So I want to defend that Arena Tower and also push because I know he can't stop me. He only has an Executioner with Tornado, and that's not enough. You can't stop me with that. Alright, we're going to use Lightning here. Weaken that Executioner, and we just need one splash attack from the baby dragon. Yeah, there we go. And that's game. GG. "28 seconds left." Okay. Just play defense. Just use Tornado and push him back. And it's over. He's going to drop Hog Rider right about now. 3, 2, 1. Hog Rider. Good game. Okay, let's go to Splashyard. Let's use Splashyard. Graveyard. And let's use Night. And let's use Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon instead of the Executioner. You could also, what I like the Baby Dragon in this deck, preferably instead of Executioner, because Night Witch and Baby Dragon are very good together. Baby Dragon is cheaper, has pretty much the same bulkiness as an Executioner. So what you could do is you could couple the Night Witch with the Baby Dragon and pose pressure on, in one lane. You can't really do that very well with Executioner because the Executioner has pretty much the same amount of range as a Night Witch, and so you can't back up a Night Witch with an Executioner. While you could do that with the Baby Dragon, and also Baby Dragon does splash damage, so it's very effective with Tornado, just as Executioner is effective with Tornado. What am I missing? I'm missing Electro Wizard. Here we go. Great defense right here. No, I'm drinking iced tea. Okay. Baby Dragon, Knight, Poison, and Electro Wizard. Okay, we're gonna start off with the Knight at the back. He's gonna play Golem. That's reckless. What I could have done was I could have played my Night Witch with my Baby Dragon on the other lane to instantly pose pressure, but of course I don't have it. I'm unlucky. I'm gonna need to poison. I didn't want to use Tornado there because it was too late. My Baby Dragon was already weak, so I didn't want to risk it. But here, successfully stopped his push. He's gonna play his. He's just rushing. I hate people that rush in like that because they play very risky, and if you don't have the correct cards in your starting hand, it could pay off for them. Like I didn't have my Executioner there with the Tornado. I mean my what was I saying? I didn't have my Night Witch ready with my Baby Dragon to pose pressure on the other lane instantly when he played his Golem. Okay, so this is right here. This is what you want to do when they place their Collector down. Just pose pressure with your Night Witch, and that just makes it really hard for them to counter. But he does have Executioner, Tornado. I'm just going to poison, and I'm going to get great value right here. I'm going to kill that Executioner, and I'm going to weaken that Collector with the poison. That was great. He's going to drop his Golem. Okay, that's great too. This is what you want to do again. Graveyard, Knight on the other lane, and just pressure. So here we go, Knight. And that's going to deal a lot of damage. Mega Minion's not going to do much. He's got Goblin Gang, but it's too late. My skeletons already... they already accumulated too quickly. They multiply very quickly. Tornado. Unfortunately, though, the Night Witch survived. Oh no, she survived. Whenever the Night Witch survives like that, it's just so painful because she can punish you so heavily. We're gonna need to Tornado here. This guy's rushing in. He's just rushing in. He's playing very recklessly because his tower on the left is at 284. Okay, there we go. And we'll just use 15 seconds. I'm going to wait for his Executioner to walk away. Yeah, just walk away so that I can use Graveyard and Poison to finish him off. 3 seconds. Good game. Placing Pump in front of King Tower is best placement. Yeah, that's the best placement when starting off the battle because, of course, you never know. Your opponent might have Rocket. If you place your Collector at the corner, you're going to get rocketed. Not only that, Graveyard, you're going to get your Collector eaten by Graveyard. But the problem with placing the Collector at the center in front of your King's Tower is what if your opponent rushes in with say something like Night Witch and a giant immediately, and then poisons your tower collector and anything you place trying to counter that. You lose like immediately if you don't have like the perfect counter to that. So it's always very risky when placing down the collector. So he's gonna use his executioner to counter my Night Witch. He's gonna poison my Electro Wizard. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punish him for the. Oh no, I can't. I wanted to use Graveyard, but he rushed in with his Battle Ram. No, Executioner survived, so I couldn't place my Night Witch there to counter these barbs. So I'm gonna lose a lot of health. And then he's gonna use his Executioner. So this guy has Executioner with Battle Ram. Executioner with Battle Ram. I'm trying to figure out like what kind of deck he might be using with that. Possibly Three Musketeers, and commonly people use Three Musketeer. Oh, Pekka. Okay, here we go. Pekka 7 Elixir. He committed a lot of Elixir on the right lane. I'm gonna push on the left lane. Instantly pressure him with a Graveyard and Knight. Use Tornado. It's not gonna be enough, as you guys can see. That's gonna take his tower. Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do whenever your opponent places down an expensive unit like Pekka or Giant or Golem. No, don't touch my tower. I placed my Knight just on time to avoid that Pekka. Okay, now he has this Executioner. I want to use my Baby Dragon, and I'm just going to use Tornado. Is he going to support the Executioner? If he does, we're going to Tornado, all of that. We're going to poison. No, Battle Ram. No, it charged right onto my tower. There goes my tower. Yes! My tower's gonna live. And this allows me to pressure. I'm gonna kill that. I just gotta stop this Battle Ram. I'm gonna stop it. Thanks to the high DPS of the Night Witch plus Bats. And we're just gonna poison. That's gonna deal a lot of damage. Definitely worth that. As you guys can see right there, lots of damage. And just need one more push. I'm gonna first place my Baby Dragon here. Okay, he's gonna play Pekka. I'm gonna go for the win. GG. He invested a lot of elixir on that push with the Pekka and Battle Ram. So of course he didn't have anything to defend against the Graveyard. Okay, let's switch decks to the second version of this Splashyard deck, the more cyclical version. Cyclical. Where's the Executioner? Executioner, Graveyard Night Witch, Tornado, Poison, Ice Golem. Ice Spirit instead of the Electro Wizard. There we go. 3.1 average elixir cost with Splashyard. Let's do it. Good luck. Opponent's gonna use Hog Rider. We could have used nah, we couldn't have, because he played his Hog Rider on the corner. You can't really tornado pull Hog Rider from that corner. It's just too risky. Anyways, I'm just gonna focus on the counter push, of course, and it's gonna deal so much damage thanks to that Ice Golem distracting the Baby Dragon. That should counter it very effectively, but he's gonna use Lightning. I'm just gonna use an Ice Spirit and just mitigate that damage as much as possible. He just wasted a lot of elixir using that Lightning, so he's very low on elixir right now. And you can easily tell because, of course, Lightning is 6 elixir. And when you have a full elixir, almost a full elixir bar, when your opponent throws a lightning, you know you're up by a lot of elixir, and you know your opponent's gonna have a really hard time defending against whatever push you have. Okay. And he's readying his Hog Rider, so I'm gonna use my Executioner Tornado. He decides to back off and not use his Hog Rider because of my Executioner. He decides to use Lightning. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pressure Ice Spirit Skeletons. And those Ice Spirit Skeletons are going to prevent him of playing his Hog Rider on the left lane and buy some time for me so that I can do this. I can use Ice Golem. And I'm going to cleverly place my Executioner right here at the... I guess the Executioner doesn't have that range. I was hoping that he would target that Hog Rider from the right. Okay, yes it does. Executioner is now going to go for the right lane. And now I'm just going to counter push with my Executioner Graveyard here. And that's going to deal a lot of damage. I'm going to use a Tornado so that my Executioner can also deal damage to the Baby Dragon and his Executioner and his Arena Tower all at once. He's going to want to counter push here with his Hog Rider, of course. Here we go. And then we're just going to do that. And then we're just going to do that. And we're going to shut it down. He's going to use Lightning. It's not going to be enough. You just wasted so much Elixir. And I'm going to punish him for that. Now, Graveyard with the Ice Golem distracting both towers. And he's going to use Tornado. Is that going to kill my Executioner? It is. But still did good damage to his Arena Tower. Okay. And he's going to go with the Hog Rider again. I'm just going to play it safe. Tornado. Because I know he's just going to keep lightning. He's just going to keep using lightning on me. Okay, again. Ice Golem. No, never mind. I'm going to back off for a bit. And use my Night Witch first. Oh, snap. He finally shows his Pekka. But I'm afraid that it's too late for him. Okay, now if he drops his Hog Rider, I can just use Tornado on it. Yeah, there we go. Tornado. Ice Golem. I don't think my Executioner did not target his Hog Rider. Okay, Graveyard. Come on. No. Get out of here. That was real. No! What? Executioner was supposed to go on the other lane, but it didn't. Good game. He had Lightning. What I was trying to do there was I was just trying to use the Tornado to pull the Executioner to the other lane. So that my skeletons can not only deal more damage, but also so I don't have to deal with Executioner. Let's do another battle with this deck, and then we'll switch to something else. Our opponent's going to use Musketeer. We'll just use Executioner on the same lane. Whenever you have Executioner with Tornado, you always have the advantage on the defensive end. And it's a big advantage too. Should I even use... I guess I should have. Oh man, I didn't expect Elite Barbarians there. That's crazy. Elite Barbarians with Goblin Barrel and Executioner. I mean, not Executioner. Elite Barbarian, Goblin Barrel, Princess with a bait deck with that. You don't really see that too often. Usually people would use Hog Rider instead. Okay, so just place your skeletons like this. Never mind, he decided to play all three of his goblins at the back. Okay, Ice Spirit with the Night Witch. See what he does here. I don't want to rush things. Playing aggressively against his deck is not going to work. He's got Elite Barbarians. No, the musketeer targeted my tower. Okay, here we go. Graveyard. He's gonna throw his goblin barrel onto my skeletons. Dang, executioner is really slow. Took him a long time to get to that princess there. And now counter push time. I'm gonna have to sacrifice that tower because I don't have anything effective. I don't have an effective counter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade towers, and the reason I chose to trade towers is because by activating my king's tower, it's gonna be easier for me to counter his goblin barrel. And if I, overcommitted on defending against against the goblin barrel, it could have been risky because if I didn't commit on my push and he somehow stopped my push, then I would be down. I would be losing. So I decided to just play it safe. Let's poison here because of that princess. She's pretty annoying. He's rushing. Okay, so yeah, King's Tower. It's gonna be very easy stopping these goblin barrels. Oh, what? That elite barbarian went for my executioner there. I'm just gonna ignore that other elite barbarian. It's really not much of a threat. And then we'll use the executioner. I just need one good graveyard push. But he's rushing. He's not allowing me to get that good push. Here we go. And this is what I wanted. Good game. So yeah, remember, if you're dealing with a bait deck that's using Goblin Barrel or even say Minor, sometimes it's better just to sacrifice that tower if that tower is low. Like that, my opponent only had 30 seconds left, and my tower was around like 700 damage, 700 hit points. I didn't have log or anything to stop the Goblin Barrel. If I use something like if I used skeletons or Night Witch or something on the Goblin Barrel, that Goblin Barrel still would have done a lot of damage. So I made the correct move of sacrificing my tower, of ignoring the Goblin Barrel and getting his tower instead, trading towers, and that way it gave me the advantage because with my King's Tower activated, with two towers targeting the Goblin Barrel, it makes it easier to counter that. So yeah, let's see. Let's use, what should we use? Let's use Giant, not the heal version. Giant Night Witch Executioner. Where's the Executioner? Oh, already have it. Giant Night Witch Executioner Tornado. Lightning. Heal really didn't work out with the Night Witch. Log Mega Minion Skeletons. Log Mega Minion Skeletons. Mega Minions instead of what? Oh, instead of that. Where's the Mega Minion? I don't see it. Okay, there it is. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Against the Novice God. Good luck. I'm gonna start off with skeletons. Okay, he's gonna play his collector. We're gonna go right ahead on the left lane. I'm gonna ready my lightning. I hope he places something next to that collector. No. Okay, he played minions. I got one minion. I got one minion. Oh no. Okay, good. If he played his minor correctly, if he played his minor in front of my arena tower, my tower would have been destroyed there because my executioner would have gone for his minor. So had he played his minor in front of my arena tower and distracted my executioner, he could have taken down my tower. So good thing he didn't do that. Good thing he decided to play his minor on the side. He's most likely going to play a collector on his tower on the right. If he does, he's going to lose his tower on the left. Okay, he's going to play his battle ram. I'm going to play my Night Witch. Stop it. Night Witch has lots of DPS, like I said, and you can see effectively stopped the battle ram right there. He's going to use minions again. I'm just going to use my executioner. And he also used his minor defensively this time, so that's great because it's going to be very easy stopping him now. And I don't have to worry about my executioner getting distracted by his minor. Okay, a lone executioner. It's gonna be easy for him to stop. But he's not going to. He's gonna sacrifice his tower to save elixir. And he's gonna place a collector down, but it's too late. It's over for him. He's gonna place a collector down and he's gonna use battle ram. That's game. Why? Because he's now low on elixir. He most likely has, of course, 3 musketeer with this deck, but now he doesn't have enough time. There's only 36 seconds, not enough time for him, and I'm just gonna pressure him heavily on the right. 30 seconds left. Let's use the Night Witch. Let's use Log here. Stop that. And let's use Tornado over here while we use Mega Minion Skeletons to shut it down. And let's see, 10 seconds left. So yeah, like I said, not enough time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good game. Because it's so easy for someone using Tornado to stall out a battle. All you gotta do is just play defensive, just play Executioner, and then save your Tornado for defense and just run out the clock. It's just so OP in my opinion. In my opinion, Tornado is pretty overpowered. Oh, it's pretty overpowering right now in this meta. Let's do another battle with this deck. Good luck to Samurai. Log, Giant, Night Witch, and Execution. Not a good starting hand. Whenever you don't have Collector or Skeletons, it's not a good starting hand. So I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna let him make the first move. So he's gonna play Skeletons. Cause if I place my Night Witch, what if he has Executioner? He's gonna get advantage right there. If I place my Giant down at the back, what if he has what if he uses Ice Golem and then graveyards the other lane? It's just too risky. What if he places his Golem in the same lane as my Giant? He's gonna get the advantage. What if I place down my Executioner? Placing down the Executioner to start off is really bad because he's 5 elixir. What if my opponent rushes the other lane with, say, something like Lava Loon, and I don't have Tornado with Executioner? I can't counter it, so it's just too risky. That's why I can't afford to make the first move here. I could use Log to cycle, but it's just gonna be a waste of cards. So I'm just gonna run out the clock here and wait for double elixir time. Why double elixir time? Because that's when it becomes safe. Once it's double elixir time, producing elixir quicker allows me to safely place down cards quicker, these expensive cards quicker, and cycle to my skeletons or even my collector. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for double elixir time. And then I'm just going to drop, I guess, Night Witch. But still, I don't want to make that first move because, again, what if he has Executioner? What if he has, Baby Dragon with Tornado? I'm going to be at a disadvantage. And this is like probably the biggest thing I hate about this game is this right here. Once you're put into this position, because when you make that first move, you're always at a disadvantage. As you guys can see, Executioner, same lane as my Night Witch, and already I'm at a disadvantage. He's gonna play his Night Witch on the left. I'm gonna play my Executioner. And yeah, already at a disadvantage. Shoot. Counter push. But he's gonna get Executioner back, see? He's using Splashyard. He also has the deck advantage with the Splashyard. So I'm done for. I decided to make that first move with my Night Witch, and I pay for that. I can't stop that. Good game. I'm not gonna be able to stop that. I don't have any counters for that push. Because I was low on elixir. Once I invested my elixir on that push on the left